What is going on, everybody? It is Aaron Tates and welcome back to the channel. I'm sure you guys can tell by the title of this video what we're already doing, so I don't even have to act surprised or anything like that. You guys know we are installing a move bumper on this truck. This isn't any normal move bumper. This is the Bolt series, and I am one of the first trucks in the country to have one of them. A lot of people don't have a welder, and what Move specializes in is making bumpers for a very cheap price that you put together yourself. So as you guys know, Move, you buy a bumper and you weld it together and then you put it on your truck. Well, with this is the Bolt series. So you don't have to have a welder. There's no welding at all. You don't have to have any type of fabrication steel. They send you every piece and you bolt it together and you put it on the truck. Simple as that. So now we have to get this old bumper off. We'll get the new bumper unboxed and then we'll get it put together. And then we're gonna be wrapping it and putting it on the truck. Because we're going to be not only one of the people with the first Move Bolt series bumpers, but we're going to be the very first purple truck with a purple Bolt bumper. So let's hurry up and get this thing off. Alright, so now we're going to unbox the new Move bumper. Now we both get to see this for the first time because I have yet to open this, as you can tell. Signed by the whole Move team, so that's pretty cool. Thank you for your order. Your box was packaged by Tom. Read this first. Before removing your factory bumper, ensure all Move bumper parts are correct per packaging slip and instructions. Well, we already failed the instructions because we already took the bumper off the truck. So we've got all high strength grade 8 bolts, and it looks like it comes in 3 main pieces, and then you have your bumper brackets. And it looks like a grill guard for the center. Now it has your step-by-step instructions, which I'm going to take you guys through myself. So this is what mounts to the frame. Your bumper bolts to this. You have your other bumper bracket, all your bolts. That is awesome. So with the Bolt series, everything is already welded. Now I opted to have a cutout for pods in the bumper. So as you can see, where everything was welded, that is super cool. Everything's back here together on the back. You've got all these nice welds all the way around. That's super cool. This is going to be the passenger side of the bumper. Now, I already tell you, this is super heavy. We've got our other side over here. This is our driver's side. Again, got some really nice welds on here. And then we've got our centerpiece. Now I opted to not have a light bar in the center, so we're going to have this mesh part right here in the center. These are all laser cut. You can see the spots where the laser went through and cut each side of it, so that's pretty cool. And we've got our bumper. This is the center part where it says Move Chevy 03 to 07 light duty. A little bit of rust right here, but nothing that won't sand off. We are going to be wrapping this, so I'm not really too worried about anything that's on it. This is all going to be covered with vinyl. And now, off camera, I'm going to get everything moved outside and get everything ready to go on the truck. Alright, now that we've got all our bolts out, these are our carriage bolts. These are what holds the wings to the centerpiece. We've got these square cutouts right here, and those are what bolt to the centerpiece. And then the normal bolts is what bolts through these little slotted holes right here. That way you can adjust it up and down and side to side and everything, just to get it centered up. So we're going to go ahead and get our carriage bolts in. That way we have an idea of what this thing looks like. So go ahead and jump into that. Alright guys, as you can tell, everything is laid out. I see the truck. We are painting everything. Well, we're priming it because I can't just wrap bare metal. I have to have some type of layer in between the vinyl and the metal. So I'm just going to be priming it. I've got some, it's like a flat grayish black primer. We're going to prime it, let it dry, wet sand it with 2500, and then we'll be fine to apply our wrap. So I've got to sand it a little bit, and then we're ready for primer. Okay, we did about 2.5 coats. I did 2 coats. I read the can. It said do 2 or more coats. I was like, okay, 2 will be enough. So then I just went around and I did a like 3rd dust coat kind of. I just hit all the spots that kind of looked a little thin and just went over that. I've let them dry for about 35 minutes now. I just went around, I touched all of them. It's not sticky or anything. I touched the last one that I painted. So now we're gonna flip them over. We're gonna do the back side. Then we have to wait another 30 minutes, and then we're gonna wet sand the front of them. I'm not even gonna bother sanding the back side of them because the back side's not getting vinyl. I'm just gonna sand anywhere that vinyl is going to be put because that's the only place I have to worry about it adhering to. Enough talking, we're gonna flip them over and get them painted.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over? We can party till the sun's down. Baby, let me buy you.
Okay, in total I used 3 cans. Front and back is primed. Now we have to wait about 30-45 minutes, and then I'm gonna flip them over. By then the front should be completely dry. It should have been done for about an hour and a half by then, and then we can wet sand it, get it wrapped, get it put on the truck, guys. I'm super excited for this. It's coming together. I am very, very excited. I can't wait for this to be on the truck. I am very excited. This is gonna completely change the whole look of the truck. So again, huge shout out to Move guys. Guys, at least go follow them on Instagram at Move Bumpers, and drop a comment on their most recent post and tell them that you're from Aaron Cates. This isn't something that they asked me to do. This isn't something that someone told me to do. This is just something I want to show some support towards Move and see how good my following is, how much you guys support me, how much you guys support this channel. Just go drop a comment on their most recent post and say that Aaron Cates sent you. If you guys go say that Aaron Cates sent you and I get a tag from it, just mention my Instagram. I'll shout you out on my story. I want to show some support towards Move for creating something for people like us. Just a thank you to them, really. So go drop a comment on their most recent post, guys. And I'll pick you guys up when we're about to wrap it.
We can take the roller coaster. And you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide. It's getting kinda crazy up in here. Got that DJ playing music everybody wants to hear. Yeah, it's getting kinda crazy up in here. Everybody wants a ride in the water slide. 3, 4. Baby, if you're looking for some crazy,
I am slowly running out of daylight. I've got about 30-40 minutes of daylight left, so we might be putting the bumper on in the dark. I'll get as much lighting as I possibly can to have this done, but we've got the middle and the driver's side wrapped. I will say this is not going to stay on here because my corners are folding up. None of it's sticking very well. I've wiped it down with alcohol. I sanded it smooth. There's no primer peeling up. It's not wanting to stick. I don't know if it's because of the sharp edges. Speaking of edges, I had to do a couple overlays on the side. I've never done an overlay before. I don't have any knifeless tape, so I did it with the razor that I had. It's not perfect. It's not very noticeable, but it's also not perfect. I will probably end up getting this powder coated, to be completely honest, just because it's hard. I will say that much. It is very, very hard. So enough talking. I'll catch you then. All right, guys, as you can tell, it is pitch black outside, and I have a huge mess on the ground, but our bumper is bolted together. We have our carriage bolts in on both sides. I'm trying to think of a way I could put this on by myself. This thing weighs, close to 100 pounds, I'd say. It's definitely not light whatsoever. It's probably 100, maybe a little over 100. It's very, very heavy, I know that much. And it's a very awkward heavy. So I'm trying to find a way where I can set it up here, be able to get the bolts through to hold it on, because I just need to get it held on. Okay, now one thing I did not show you too much was these frame mounts. This is what the bumper bolts to. This section right here goes underneath the frame. This top piece goes on top of the frame. You have a factory bolt that goes right here from where your factory bumper bolts on. These two holes right here are from your tow hooks. You have factory bolts from holding your tow hook in, and you'll just take the bolt out, slide this up over it, put the bolt back in. And then you have these front two holes right here, which is where the bumper mounts. Now, I did not show installing these because I made my own brackets. This isn't anything to do with move. You guys know I have a 3-inch body lift on my truck. So if I were to use their factory brackets, the bumper would be 3 inches lower than my headlights. So I took their same style design and I made my own bracket. It's reinforced, it's already bolted down. This is 3/16 steel, and it's reinforced, it's all welded together. I already have my holes drilled, but I did all that off camera because I didn't want you guys to think Move did not send me the right bumper. This bumper is designed for a cat eye, and it was designed for one without a body lift, and that's why they made the frame mounts that way, is because if you don't have a body lift, it would bolt up just perfectly using factory bolts that you already have on your frame from your factory bumper. So Move did a great job making those. It's a shame that I was not able to use them. I did have to make my own brackets like I showed you, but that has absolutely nothing to do with Move. I knew I was going to have to do that because I have a 3-inch body lift, and just part of the factor you pay when you have a body lift, I guess. But I wanted to be clear with you guys on that and show you guys that I did not use the factory brackets that they gave me, but I showed you guys what I did use, and I wanted you guys to understand how their brackets did bolt up. Alright guys, and the bumper is on. Now I don't know what all you guys saw in the very end. It was dark trying to put the bumper on. I got home. I had to take this bumper on and off probably a good 15-20 times to get it how I needed to get it. And you guys know, like I said earlier in the video, this truck has a body lift. Move designs their bumpers for trucks that don't have body lifts, so I had to make my own brackets. But I did show you guys how the brackets they send you go on, because if I had to guess, majority of you guys don't have a body lift. The majority of you guys are not like me and put a body lift on your truck. But we made it happen. You guys can see everything. Everything lines up. It's fully bolted on. It's not going anywhere, as you can tell. Now, there is a plate that goes right here in the center. The whole reason I do not have that plate on right now is because I have to take this wrap off. In the process of putting it on, the wrap has torn in multiple spots. It's peeling up in a bunch of different areas, like back in here and over here. It's peeling up. We've got a tear right here. So instead of wrapping this bumper, I am going to be painting it. I've got some paint that is very similar to the wrap on the truck, so we are going to be painting it. Now I'm beyond ecstatic with the way this bumper looks. I backed it out, got some pictures of the truck. It looks insane, and it's going to look a million times better once we get that centerpiece in and it's completely painted. But for now, I am very, very happy with it. Hopefully you guys learned a lot from this video between unboxing it, putting it together, wrapping it, and getting the brackets made, getting it on the truck. Hopefully you guys learned something from that. That's the whole point of this video, is to teach you guys about the new Bolt series from Move. This is one of the first trucks in the country that has the Bolt series, and I'm very happy, I'm very honored to be able to be one of the first YouTubers out there to get this video out to you guys about the Bolt series. You guys know I'm very honest with you, and I will say, putting the bumper together was very easy. It would have been a million times easier if I didn't have a body lift. It has nothing to do with move. That is myself. But if you don't have a body lift, installing this bumper is going to take you less than 2 hours. Literally, it's 4 bolts that hold this front piece together, and then use your factory bolts from your old bumper to put the brackets on the frame, and it's together. So I'll end this video with a little B-roll once this is completely finished, but I will say I'm very, very ecstatic. So thank you guys for watching this video. Drop a like on this video. Go check out Move's website, and like I said, guys, go drop a comment on Move's most recent Instagram post. Just let them know that you guys are from Aaron Cates. Show them some support for showing the channel some support, and it'll mean a lot to me. If you guys go comment, tag me on their Instagram post, I'll shout out your Instagram on Instagram, and hopefully you guys get some following from that. But stay tuned for the end of the video. We'll get some B-roll of the bumper completely painted. So thank you guys for watching the video. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.